¿Qué pasa, familia de dinero? I'm your host, Hacho, a truck driver on a detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join us on the journey. And I want to say, wow, we are growing exponentially. Just last week, we were celebrating 500 subscribers, and now we are at 600. Are we going to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year? Anyway, thank you so much, subscribers, familia de dinero, new and old. Let's do a round of applause to you. Woo! And I already know that you hit that like button because you're already a part of it. Now, if you're a new subscriber, I ask nothing from you, not to comment, not to like, not to subscribe, but rather gain the information that you need. And if you feel like, hey, this feels like a place that I can rock in, well, I hope that you join the familia hitting that subscribe button. But like I said, you don't have to do a single thing. We're going to be talking about Rigetti, and wow, did it make some moves today. We're going to jump into that. I hope that, you know, if you're somebody that's been watching since $2, you're sitting pretty happy. Let me know your winnings in the comments down below. And talking about the comments, we have Nancy Kirk scouted out a backup QB for you. If you're unfamiliar, check out the Fantasy Penny Stock Football series that we have on the channel. SIDU, ticker symbol space. This is QB has a cannon for an arm, and oh my goodness. Bought in at $2, went up to $6, took profit. Shout out to you, Nancy. Here we go. Woo! I hope that you joined the Discord, and like I said, the Discord is gonna be cut off by January 1st, you know, so get in while it's free. And my daughter has something for everybody.
Thank you for watching, and subscribe our video and like.
Now, she told you to do that, not me. So without further ado, let's head on over to the chart and see how Rigetti RGTI has moved today. Okay, so we're on RGTI's chart. And on the 1 day, you can see that early morning, it was pushed up to $9.80 at market, close to market. It fell down, and it was kind of like a little toddler stumbling all day until for some reason around 2:17 p.m. it started to raise with volume. And today we are at $11.13 market close, but after hours, we are losing a little bit, but that's fine. Hey, let me know who down in the comments below was here at $2 when you got in. Was it at $2? Let me know your entry, and are you winning? That's the main thing. Now, I had a bunch of people ask me, should I buy in? Should I do this? And I'm not the type of person that creates a whole lot of content. I don't have a whole lot of time to do it, but they asked me, should I buy it? Should I buy in? Listen, I'm the type of person that if it moves a lot in 1 day, I wait for the red day. Right now, if we look at the 5 day, so it's up 32% on the day. If we look at the 5 day, it's up 56%, right? So we really don't have a stable ground to really be on. And I'll explain this near end where I do my own kind of prediction and explanation. At the 1 month, we're up 736%. So like I said, I got in at the $2 area just last month. I presented this to the channel. It has been on an absolute tear. Even if it does fall back down, you still collect profits. And again, I'll give you guys my summary at the end. At the 6 month, again, $710. I like that. And I like this chart. I really, when it comes down to the 5 year chart, it already surpassed when it opened. It surpassed back when it opened in 2022. So we also have a Forbes article that came out. What's behind the 500% rise in RGTI stock? Despite a 500% rise in a month, in a month, guys, in a month. And I made a a video saying turning $10 to $100. Was I lying? Who's winning out here? Come on, who's winning? Let me know. So the stock price of Rigetti Computing, a quantum computing company, could potentially see much higher levels, unlike conventional computers that operate using binary bits that can only be either 1 or 0 at any given moment. Quantum computers employ qubits that can simultaneously exist in multiple states. This enables quantum computers to perform complex calculations with fundamental different computational, I think that's how you say that, capabilities. This enables quantum computers to process sizable amounts of data and explore countless potential outcomes at once. Also check the buy, sell, or hold Bitcoin. No, I'm not doing that. So over that's going to be a little bit of a roundup on that. We also have another article that came out today, Fast Company, and I was reading through it. Quantum computing stocks are having a great 2024. Qubit, D-Wave, Rigetti soar on enthusiasm for cutting edge tech. And it's crazy, man. When I started covering this, it was not getting... Sometimes you just got to go out and be the odd individual. And this is why, and I'm going to tell you guys, if you made it to this point, starting January 1st, I will implement a Patreon. I'll talk about that again at the end. The Patreon will show you and give you companies that I'm looking at in the future, because in this article, they will break down 4 companies. Every one of these companies I bought when they were stupid cheap. And every one of these companies have made a profit within my portfolio. Why and how? This is what the Patreon will do for you. How did I pick these 4 companies? How did I pick them and before they were gonna explode? I'll give you guys my thing on Patreon. Prepare for that. I have a lot of work to do, but that will be rolling out sometime in January. This year has been pretty good for tech stocks, including well-known tech giants like Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon. It's been an excellent year all around. However, 2024 has been a good year for many companies that operate in artificial intelligence sectors such as Nvidia and Broadcom. But this year has also been a great year where it comes to stock price rises for other niches sectors of the tech industry, quantum computing. So that if you guys want all like the article and whatnot, it will be down in the description below. I do a works cited so everybody can see that, hey, he's not pulling a fast one on me. I like to, keep my reputation as clean as possible. We also have an SEC filing Form 4 that was actually filed, I believe, December 12th. If I'm correct, December 12th. So this was a few days ago. And when it comes down to it, we have the director, which is Ray O. Johnson. Ray O. Johnson is the director of Rigetti, is an accomplished international business executive with extensive experience spanning academia, industry, government, military, venture capital. I have this down in the description below. We can see that this individual is doing stock options, right, and opening. So if you guys are unfamiliar with the Form 4, check it out, figure out exactly, because this is what is important. If you can see the filing and see what is actually moving it up or down, what might be being sold in the background, you can be ahead of the game. So we can see that Ray O. Johnson is participating within the SEC filings. And again, I think this is vital news for anybody that holds the stock. Let's go ahead and go over my prediction and am I bullish, bearish? Let me go ahead and tell you guys my position. Okay, so there is no denying that if you were here at the $2 level and you're now sitting at the $10 to $11 level, hopefully it explodes even further, that you're sitting pretty, especially if you got quite a bit of shares. You might have bought, I don't know, 100 shares, 20 shares, 10, maybe even 1. Either way, if you bought and started at that level, you're sitting pretty. But we're in this in order to continue to make money. We don't want to stay stagnant in an economy like this. When I look at Rigetti and I look at the price point, it is an explosive movement, but I've seen a very much a pattern when it comes to the week to week, especially within December, tail end of November, that it's a rinse and repeat. See how high this stock has the potential to go, knock it back down to a center point like $7 is my thing. I think $7 it's kind of like a resistance or stable place where we can say, okay, this is a nice structure level to get in. Do I think that $11 has support? Heck no. $10? No. $9 potentially, but 8 and 7 is where I'm safe at, right? So have your places where, and I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball. So take this information with it. I'm kind of like spewing my idea about it. When things explode like this, a lot of people want to join the ride and they don't understand when to get in. And as a part of the Familia de Dinero, I have learned a major lesson when it comes down to stocks and trading. is find the support. Even if you're looking at the 1 month, you never heard of a stock before, look at the 1 month, the 3 month, figure out what is the common price where it has kind of steadily found footing. And right now we are on a bullish run when it comes down to quantum computing. And I always predicted that this is an undervalued sector. I think that a lot of individuals should be buying into these things, but when to buy is everything. Now, a year from now, when it's $100, $200, $300, $1,000, a lot of people would still be like, oh, $10 wasn't bad. But I don't care. You don't know what it's going to be next year. But what you do know right now is, okay, it hit $11, right? It needs to go ahead and get knocked back down to support. And so my idea for support, if I look at the chart, is going to be the $7. And I'll show you guys real quick, the $7 range. So if we look, this has been steady, right? So we know that around the $4, it held at the $4, right? That's what I look at. Okay, even if it's over the weekend, this is the $4. Okay, so it bumped up, it bumped it up to $6, then we went back down and we saw $6, and then we said, okay, now we're sitting down at the $7, and this is what I'm looking for here. This right here is too exponential of a growth for me to feel comfortable. I like this little hump right here. This hump right here tells me that there's been support for a good amount of time through through that point. Now, if we look at the 6 month, obviously, you know, you kind of want to look at the peaks. And like I said, the peak was 7. All right, it dropped. And then it says 7 again, was its kind of like its focal point, and then now it's at 8. So I look at that hump right there. If we get knocked back down, it's a potential that we get knocked back down to the 7. That's just my idea. Typically, I don't know, like, people sometimes do an equation, but I thank God usually I'm right. I know an individual that commented down below and said, hey, I want to throw $13,000 into this stock. Should I do it at this? I will never tell you what to do. I will do what I think is right? And I go with my gut. And I look for a potential, and I never want to buy on a green day. But if I look at it and I say, okay, you know what? It's a red day. I believe in the company. I'm reading the news. I'm looking at the technical data. It's been sitting at $6, $7 for at least a day or two. I'm going to pull the trigger, typically, metaphorically speaking. So that is my standpoint on Rigetti Computing. I am very bullish. I love the future of this company. I've already broken down exactly what the company does, and that's how I like to start off my stocks, going over what it is, the company's mission. I've done that already. That you could check out the very first Rigetti video that I broke down. So do I look at this stock going to 20 by the end of the year? I don't see 20. I do see a potential of hitting 14. I see 14 by the end of the year, but if we get knocked down, I predict $7, at which point it is up to you to make the decision on buying. Maybe you want to do options, trade options. I'm not a master at options. I understand them. But as I grow and evolve, the greatest part about this channel is that you get to see me grow and evolve when it comes down to reading stocks. So far, I have a strong prediction on sectors of stocks that might explode. And it's about the seasons, the economic data that's coming out. And that's what I care about most. Anyway, I'll be rambling on. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will catch all of you, familia de dinero, in the next one. Adios. Peace.